Thank you for tuning in to I Can Get You Fly TV show. This is Stylist John, where you tune in for business after beauty school education. For the enthusiastic, ambitious student who wants to make a six-figure income rather than a standard 20K per year, the series that I've been talking about is generational wealth. On the last lesson, we talked about working your business system, about creating a working business system. And today's episode, we're talking about work your business system. And there's a few principles that I'm going to talk about. Okay. The principle that I want to talk about is something that I learned while I was working in a factory. I have quite a few different trades. I got 2 associate's degree, a cosmetology license, and a culinary license. Okay. My passions, as I was growing as a man, led me into things that I love to do. And I'm the type of guy where I want to be very good at whatever it is that I do. I put my all into it and I learn as much as I can like a sponge and soak everything up that I can, okay? And I want to help you with business tools that can assist you with being successful. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, the reason why I'm talking about this is because at any business, you need to have a business system, okay? When you get new customers in, you need to have a system in place that works well for you so you can handle the amount of clients that you need to handle. And that takes order. That takes discipline. So I'm going to give you a few tools that's going to assist you with having a working business system in your barbershop, salon, or whatever workplace that you're working in, because these principles can go across genre for any business that you work at. The name of the skill set is called Six Sigma, okay? It's represented as the number 6 with a circle above it, which represents a degree or signage in Greek. And what is Six Sigma? Well, Six Sigma is the art and process of Kaizen, okay? And what is Kaizen? Kaizen was developed in Japan. Originally, samurais used skill sets and art forms and techniques in battle, okay? And what is a battle? A battle is a strategy or thought process, okay? Because we are in business, okay? Then they were samurais. They had to fight for territory. They had to fight to feed their families. They had to fight to stay alive, okay? And the Japanese developed these principles called Kaizen, okay? And what is Kaizen? Kaizen is one of the main skill sets within Six Sigma. And I hold a green belt in Six Sigma. And what is Six Sigma? Six Sigma is the art and process of putting things in order. Okay. There's a principle called D.M.A.I.C. Okay. D.M.A.I.C. And we can pronounce that as D.M.A.C. Okay. But spelled D.M.A.I.C. And what does that mean? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. And I'm going to explain to you what it means. It means define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So the first thing you want to do is define the process and the problem. In the cosmetology industry, you may be looking and being like, well, I don't have no clients. I don't have nobody sitting in my chair. So you have defined what the problem is, okay? You don't have a client. So what is the next step that you do? You want to identify details of the problem. So why don't I have clients in my chair? Well, the first reason why you may not have clients in your chair is because you may not have went out and got them. Or they might not be aware that you're in business. Okay, so what's the first thing you have to do? You have to measure your current performance. Well, am I going out and getting clients? Am I going out and searching for my prospective client? And as you measure your current performance, you see exactly where you at. You have to be honest with yourself and ask yourself questions. Well, what is my client? What does my client look like? Where does my client go? How can I identify my client? Well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm a 37-year-old, 6'2" tall brother with a bald haircut and a beard. So my clientele that is always drawn to me are always men, okay? men with low haircuts, beards, and facial hair. Why? Because that's exactly what I look like. Okay, so when I line myself up and I go outside, wherever I'm at, shopping, clothing store, um, taking some children out for dinner, family out with family, I always see other men that have beards, other men that have bald heads, other men that have low haircuts. And the first thing they do is we greet each other. Hey, how you doing? And so on first greeting, I identify that's my client right there. So the next step is to analyze the process for issues and root causes. Okay, so how do you analyze the process and issues for root causes? Okay, so you look and say, well, why don't I have clients? The next thing you do, well, there's a room full of people that need their haircut. Okay, let's say I'm in a restaurant and I walk into the restaurant and I see 50 people in the restaurant, they all brothers. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into my pocket, I'm gonna count off 50 business cards and I'm pass every one of them out one. Why? Because I have analyzed the process for the issues and root causes. What's the process for root cause? What's the root cause when I have a client? Well, have you tried to go out and get some? So I've analyzed I need clients. I've analyzed that I need to go get them. And so I put myself in the environment where my potential clients are. So again, as I said, I'm a brother. When I go out, I see other brothers that have beards and they have low haircuts. And so when I'm in the environment, I pass out the number of cards, as many people as I see that probably can use my service. Okay, so after I've analyzed what the process for issues and root causes are, I want to improve. So what does it mean to improve? I want to determine and implement improvement actions. So how do I determine and implement improvement actions? Well, so let's say I passed off 50 cards last week and I got 5 phone calls from the 50 I passed out. I've determined that I've got a ratio of probably about less than 10% of my return from passing out the 50 cards. Because let's say I passed off 50, only 5 people called me. And out of those 5 people, let's say 4 of them came and sat down in my chair. Now I charge $20 for a haircut. Okay, so let's say 4 people came and sat down in my chair and I charge $20 for a haircut. That's $80 right there, right? Did I improve what I did? So what does it mean to improve? It means to determine and implement improvement actions. So how do I increase my clientele from passing out those 4 business cards out of 50 that I passed out, the 4 people that called me and actually came and sat down in my chair? How do I improve that? Well, the first thing that I want to do in order to improve that, I want to get a better ratio. So the next thing that I do is figure out how can I acquire more people with more of a return. So what do I want to improve? I want to improve the number of people that come and sit down in my chair. How do I do that? Well, from the 4 people that sat down in my chair, I want to hand each 4 of them out 10 business cards. Why do I want to hand them out 10 business cards? I want to hand those guys out 10 business cards because as they leave my chair, they're a walking billboard for my service. And they're going to tell people about it. And so instead of me just going out and passing 50 business cards out only to get 4 people, now I have a walking billboard that's speaking for my work that's going to leave the barbershop or salon where I'm at, that's going to tell everybody what I just did. And so by me having and giving them each 10 business cards, they're going to pass it out to 10 people. I just passed out 40 business cards without me moving a muscle. Okay? And so why is that good to do? I've just improved my outcome. Instead of me going into a restaurant and passing on 50 business cards and telling everybody what I did, now somebody that I did the service for is going out and telling everybody what I did. Okay? And they're passing out the cards. And as they passing out the cards have my name, contact number, website, social media information, pictures of my work on the card, and a percentage off of your first haircut service. Why? Because I want to add value to my customers. I want to add value to my family. I want to add value because this is what I love to do. And anytime you're doing something you love, you're going to put your passion and your all into it. And when you put your passion and all in things, people take notice. And when people take notice, They care about what it is you do. And so when someone sits in your chair, you want to make sure you give the best quality service as possible. You want to make sure they feel the love for what you do coming out, and they love the way they look when they're leaving. And so when they love the way they look when they're leaving, and you love what you just did, and you pass them your card, and then go out and tell 10 more people, you're going to get a return of probably about, you're probably going to get like an 80 or 90% return back instead of you just going and passing the cards out. Why? Because you have a walking billboard that has your quality of work that is vouching for you, that says, hey, this is what I just did. Look, this is what my barber did. Here's his card. You can look the same way. Why? Because you're also creating a system, a working system that works for you. And so what's the next thing you want to do? You want to maintain the improved process. So every week, I have a set list of goals that I try to work on in order to improve my quality of work. Okay. And so once I find something that works, I stick with it. So it works well for me when I have a client come in, I cut their hair, I do my best quality of work, I hand them 10 business cards. On the 10 business cards, they go out and they pass out 10 more to someone else, and then I get a return back of probably about 9 people from those 10 people that passed out that call my phone and come see me. Okay. And so now I have a return back of clients coming back to talk to me. Okay. And inquire about haircut services. I want my haircut like that. I want my haircut like this. I want my hair done like this. I want this done. I want that done. Right. So now you want to maintain that same approach. Okay. Because your referrals are the life of your business. Okay. It's almost like your lifeline. When people refer you business, you're able to acquire more business. Okay, so I'm going to go back over the principles. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Okay, now why is it good to do these things in business? Well, you're able to measure your growth or decline. Okay, and so in business is always about serving the community that you're in. Okay, why? Because you have a product, skill set, or service, and there's a marketplace for your business. What is a marketplace? A marketplace is a place where you operate from. Okay, so let's say I walk into a room and I see 100 people and their hair is not done or cut. So this is my marketplace. Okay, so as I'm communicating and I see where my potential clients are, my next thing is to introduce myself and talk to them about the product or service that I have. And let's say I did like maybe 5 people out of the room, right? So now I have more people discussing my product or service with me. Now they're helping to grow and expand my business. And this is something that you want. You want your business to grow. You want your business to expand. You want people to come back. Why do you want people to come back? Because you love what you do, right? You love what you do so much, you decided to turn this into a career. Now, why do you want to turn this into a career? Because it's something that you love. It doesn't seem like work. And so when you do work, it doesn't seem like work. You spend more time doing it, or you find a way to do it faster that no one else can do, just like you. Why? Because everybody has a purpose. And your purpose in life is also connected to your gifts and skill sets in life. Okay? And so as your gifts and skill sets are connected to your purpose, when you're doing what you love, you are the most happiest person in the world. And people love happy people. Why? The reason why people love happy people is because you have a great attitude while you're working. You're doing what you love to do. They have a great quality service, and there's a trail of love that follows behind you. And anytime you love what you do, you get paid handsomely for it. And you want to get paid handsomely for what you do. So the first thing you want to do is love what you do. Love everything about it. The second thing you want to do, you want to define any problems you have and what you love to do. Okay, you want to define the process and the problem. Then in the community you're in, okay, then you want to measure the current performance that you have. After you measure the current performance you have, you want to analyze the process for issues and root causes. Once you find the root of the problem, you can pluck the root out of the problem, and then you can improve your process. What's your next step of action after you improve the process? You want to determine and implement improvement actions. You want to improve what you do. Then after you improve what you do, you want to maintain control of that level of improvement that you just did. Why? Because you love what you do. And when you start getting results and the results work, you want to keep on doing the same thing and build up from there. That's how you build and grow your business. So Thank you for tuning in. This is Stylist John with Business After Beauty School Education for the enthusiastic, ambitious student who wants to make a six-figure income rather than the standard 20K per year. The series we've been talking about is generational wealth. And today's lesson is work your business system, D.M.A.I.C, Six Sigma, okay? There's a slogan I use. I believe you can. I know you can. So I always say, yes, I can. Adversity may come your way, but yes, you can get through it. I'm Stylist John. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. I wish you the best. If you have any questions, you can email me at stylistjohnmu@gmail.com. You can call my line at 314-359-5499 for business coaching sessions. And you can also check out my website at www.stylistjohn.webs.com. Also, pay attention for my course. It's a CEO Stylist, CEO Barber Stylist, okay? Check out my course, CEO Barber Stylist. I'm Stylist John. Love you. Have a great day.